Don't tell us. All right, so the first thing is creating and linking and updating buttons. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk through this whole process because someone might watch the recording that doesn't know how to do it yet. So basically, what a button on Canvas is an image that we link to something else so that when we click it, it acts like a button that we can physically push and it takes us to the linked item. If you want to create your own buttons in PowerPoint, you can open a blank template like I have here and insert a shape of your choice. So you can either use a shape or you can use an icon. The icons in the Office suite are actually very diverse. There are many, many, many of them. So I'm going to use the icons because there's more of them than there are shapes, and there's just more variety. So let's say we want our button to be this alarm clock because it's for a schedule that we're putting on Canvas. I don't know. And then we can make the button as big or as small as we want it. I'm gonna put it like this. And then we can insert text for the button as well if we want some text. So let's say that we're gonna put it over here. Make it a little bigger. Some kind of cute font. Daily reminders, that's what we'll call it. Right, and that is what our button will look like. So to save our button, go to File, Save As, choose a folder on your desktop or in your OneDrive where you want to save it. I'm going to save mine just on my desktop. I'm going to call it Daily Reminders Button. And I want to save it as a file type, PNG or JPEG. So either one of those are fine. I use PNG just because it's a habit that I've been doing for years. It will ask you if you want to save all slides or just this one. I only have one in there, so it's just the one. All right, so that is how to create the image, set the text, and then save the button as an image. You can all buy buttons that are already pre-made. You can find free ones and templates that are on Teachers Pay Teachers. You can Google it. There are Facebook groups for Canvas teachers, and they have free templates for buttons as well if you don't want to create your own buttons. So when we are in Canvas, how we upload and link a button, let's go to a blank page and just start us off fresh. All right, let me share this with you. Okay, so let's create a new page. We're gonna call it the button practice page. All right, so when you are on your page and you are ready to put your button on the page, we go to the Images tab. We select Upload Image. And we'll find where we need the image on our computer by clicking in the middle of this box. Navigate to my desktop because that's where I saved it. Here it is, Daily Reminders button. Open that up, it will load. You'll see a little preview of your button. You can give it a description if you want to. You can set it as a decorative image, and I'm going to be honest and tell you I don't know what that means. I've never used it, so I'll dig into that a little further and let you know what a decorative image means. I'm not sure if perhaps decorative images can't be linked to something else or something like that. I'm not sure. So I just leave it on embed image and then submit. And it should load for us. There it is. puts it in very large. So I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit. And now we have our button on the page. Now, in order to link this button to a page or to an assignment or to a module, we make sure we have the image selected and go up to the links tool. We can either use an external link, which would be a website that is outside of Canvas. So we could link this to the Hartsfield website or something like ReadWorks or anything like that. Course links will let you link to course pages in Canvas, modules in Canvas, assignments, quizzes, things like that. So I'm going to select course links. Let's see here. Do I have anything that matches something like a daily reminder? Just gonna put it under sample teacher homepage for now. All right. And once I select that, we now see that this has image options and it has link options. So we know that linking was successful. All right, so that is how we create our own buttons, save them, and then upload them into the Pages tool. Now, a lot of us are doing things where we have buttons for each day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, we've been having a little bit of difficulty with navigating how to update the pages and then update the links that are attached to those Monday through Friday buttons. So one of the things that I can tell you is to make sure before you go and edit the assignment pages, if you're using that same template every week, you need to duplicate that page before you make edits to it. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to take away everything from your current week while you're planning for the next week if you don't duplicate the page and are just making edits within the page. So always duplicate your page. And I will show you how to do that now. And this would really be, again, if you're using the same page template every week and just making changes to your content. Okay, so for example, these few pages here are from Miss Jerkin's module with her schedule. So there is one right here that says 2 p.m. to 2:40 p.m. assignments for math, independent. Now, if I was having my students do assignments in that page this week, I don't want to go into that and change it for next week because they're going to see those changes immediately because that's what my button is linked to. So in order to plan for my next week, I am going to go to my 3 buttons over on the side, which gives me my options. And we're just going to click duplicate. So now we have a direct copy of that page. So anything that was on that one page is now on this page. So then we can go into that page and edit it. And let's say, you know, we want this to be for next week. So we are going to put the dates at the front of it that just say October. What is the Monday? 3rd, 4th, 5th, I believe. October 5th. So that we know that this is for next week. And then we can go in and start editing all of the content on this page so that our students won't see any of these changes until we relink the button to be for this week's page. All right, so I'm going to get out of that. So that's how you duplicate a page. And then you would go and relink that button that you created for your assignments or for whatever page you're navigating your students to. Just make sure that you relink those every week so that when they click the Monday button, it's taking them to the Monday page for that specific week. All right, what else are we doing today? All right, I want to tell you guys about a website called Canva very quickly. This also has to do with button creating. So I'm going to pause my screen share for a second. I'm going to open up the website Canva. All right. This is a graphic design website, and they have free accounts for educators, free premium accounts, which is kind of rare. A lot of times when we get free accounts, we get the basic version. So Canva is great in that they give us the premium version as educators. So when you go to the website Canva, C-A-N-V-A, like Canvas, but without the S, Canva, if you go up to the plans at the top, there's free, there's pro, there's enterprise, education, and nonprofits. If you select, oh, you don't see it. I'm so sorry. Now can you see it? Okay, let me go back to home. When we go to the Canva website, home is at the top, and then plans, we're going to click on education. Well, maybe we're not. Going to try again. Click on education. There you go. And then you register for free. You use your Leon School's email address. It will send you an email to confirm and to make sure that your email is in active standing with the district. And they'll set you up a free account. And then you can use all of the tools within Canva to create images or buttons or pages. Miss McGee is using Canva to create slides for her Wonders Essential Questions every week, daily overviews and agendas, just because they have some cute fonts, they have cute pictures and backgrounds, just a little something extra to spice up your Canvas pages if you want to. This is the website that I would recommend. All right, let me stop sharing. And go back to Canvas. It's not stopping to share. Can you see Canvas? Right, I paused it. Oh. I just paused the share. I see. And now I'm resuming it, and it should be back on Canvas. All right, cool. I'm learning about Zoom. All right, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is how to import outcomes or standards into your course. So they do not come preloaded, which is interesting, I think. So if you go to your sidebar navigation within your course and scroll down to outcomes and select that, and I have not done the outcomes in this course yet, so this is fresh, just like it would be for you. So this is what the page will look like, setting up outcomes. We want to import, I believe, actually, if we import, that might be CSV. Let me check. Yep, I was right. We don't import. We want to add an outcome. Wait a minute. That's not right either. I think we go to find. We do. Sorry, guys. It's been a minute since I've done this. All right, we go to find because they are already in the system. We go to account standards, Leon County Schools. Florida is the only choice. And then we actually have our new standards that are coming up. The best standards are already preloaded in the Canvas system. I would not import those because we're not using them yet. Welcome to import them if you choose to, but we won't really be using those. The ones that we need are under the standards folder, language arts from 2014 and the math standards from 2014. You might need to import both language arts and math. So once you click on language arts, you then choose which grade you want. Let's pretend we're in 3rd grade. And then once we have selected 3rd grade, we don't have to go any further. If you scroll down, we can import everything in the 3rd grade folder. So it says import group grade 3 into my course. I say okay, and it will import every grade 3 language arts standard instead of having to go one at a time. So now you see I have a folder for grade, and all of the domain folders are in there as well. Let me go ahead and get the math standards as well for the same grade level. Scroll back down. Come on. We'll switch to math. Grade 3. And then import all of grade 3. Yes. All right. Now I've got all of my language arts standards and I have all of my math standards. So now your outcomes have been imported into your course. And when you are creating assignments or quizzes or collaborations within the Canvas system, you can tag an outcome. So you can say that this assignment is for RIL2. So that when you grade the assignment, we can also pull like standards mastery reports to show us which assignments they completed for certain standards that show mastery of that standard. So right now, it's not something that we really have to be using. It's just a tool that in the future could probably come in handy once we wrap our heads around a little bit more of the Canvas system. So I just wanted to show you how to do that. All right, now the last thing is something that many people have been asking for, which is how to put apps or external apps on the side navigation bar. So in order to get things on the navigation bar like Kahoot or Nearpod, you have to manually redirect them into your navigation bar. So you go down all the way to settings. Okay, then we go to apps. Okay, there are some apps that are already integrated into the Canvas system. So before you try to add it externally, go ahead and search for the app that you want to see if it's already preloaded into the system. And then all you would have to do is click on it and click install. But let's say, for example, that we're looking for Kahoot. Kahoot is not on their list of apps. So we have to use a tool called the redirect tool because we're redirecting the app to an external website. So all you have to do is type in filter by name, you search for redirect, and this is the redirect tool with this arrow. You click on the redirect tool, and then you can add a redirect app. When you click on an app, you're going to want to change the name from redirect tool to whatever your app is called. So Kahoot, for example, because once you have added it, you cannot change its name. So it will just say redirect tool, and it will not let you change it unless you delete it and reinstall it. So then you need the website for Kahoot. So the website for Kahoot that we would want children to go to, oh, it's actually right there. Kahoot.it is the Kahoot website where students would log in with their PIN. So that's all that you have to put in the URL redirect. Then you have some options. You can force it to open in a new tab. I deselected this box when I added this to Canvas so that the Kahoot window opens right in the Canvas course and does not take them to an outside window. Show course navigation is how you get it to show up on the left-hand side. So you do want that one selected if it's something you want to appear in your navigation. You can also choose to show this in your account navigation, which would be over here on the far left where your account, your dashboard, your courses, your groups, your calendar, and your inbox are. Okay, I'm only gonna show in course navigation because I don't really need that to be anywhere else. Then you just click Add App. Then you wait. All right, now if we refresh or go to navigation, might have to refresh before it shows up. Let me go ahead and refresh. And there it is. So this top Kahoot that I have in all caps is the one that I already had in there, and the new one is at the bottom. And then of course you can click and drag it and reorganize those side navigation items just like you could anything else. But that is how you add an external app that is not a Canvas app into the side navigation bar. You can do that with pretty much anything you want, as long as you know the website that it's going to go to when you're redirecting. All right. Miss Brown, do you have any questions about this material at the moment?